My name is Tony Igwe. My wife and I both carry the trait for sickle cell anemia. So we knew we were going to end up with one of them carrying the disease. And unfortunately, it happens that Amos, when he was born, he had the disease.
When he's born, he started being sick. And they say he's full sickle cell anemia. And I started crying, but I know I'm going to face a lot of problems.
From the day he was born, our life was centered around him. We never had a life because he depended on us.
And he will not play like normal baby. He's always crying.
We were always going to hospital night and day. You can't predict when you end up in the ER.
I don't even know if he's gonna survive on the next day or not.
They take his measurement all the time. He wasn't growing. We thought he was gonna have a stunt growth.
I had to be careful when playing around him because he would get hurt easily because he was just so small and frail.
He takes about 10 pills a day. Towards the end of every month, their knuckles and joints got swollen. They don't get enough air. They end up having too much pain. And when to take him to the hospital, all they end up doing is flush up his system by doing blood transfusion. So once he gets that blood transfusion, he rebounds. Then another end of the month, he goes through the cycle. We had to set up a daybed for him by the window. When he sees other kids on the street playing, he sees on the window watching them, he cries because he can't go out and play. That disease made him lose part of his childhood because he never had time to play and grow up like other kids. Really, I give credit to my other three, mainly my daughter, Obi. She was understanding. She never attended any friend's birthday. She said, why am I gonna go? My brother is sick.
He couldn't play outside or get up the stairs very well, or he couldn't do much stuff.
I wake up every middle of the night to check on him, because he could easily slip away. It was every 2 hours we go check on him, make sure he's breathing. Sometimes I tap on him, he will raise his head up. He will ask me, what do I want? I say, no, go to sleep. So every 2 hours I came back. I never wore my pajamas to sleep. I'm always ready. Put him in the car and move. One day, we went there for the blood transfusion. One of the doctors, he said, we are going through this process. Amos might be one of the candidates. I talked to my wife. It was hard to convince her.
It was scary for me because I don't want to lose him.
Let's take the chance than denying him this. And eventually she agreed.
And I was really scared for that because I was afraid that I wasn't sure if he was going to make it.
We had to test everybody in the family to see who has a matching bone marrow.
When I was young, they found it out that I could be the bone marrow donor.
I was happy she was a perfect match, but I was a little bit scared. Is it gonna hurt her?
They extracted the bone marrow from her. It's the day they implanted it on Amos.
And I was 12 years old when this happened. So I was just really afraid for my brother.
The next day he got up before everybody and told my wife he was hungry. He never does that. So my wife came down, made breakfast for him. He ate up everything. He never eats anything but drink water and milk. So that's when we knew that something is happening.
My name is Amos Igwe and I'm 15 years old. I was 9 years old when I had the transplant. Back when I had sickle cell, I was tired all the time. I couldn't go outside and play with other kids. Some red blood cells are shaped like little sickles. It's very dangerous and deadly, and there's not very many survivors.
And now, look at him. He's tall.
His growth showed us that he's cured. Now Amos likes to play 24 hours 7. He never wants to go to sleep. He wants to play catch-up to the days he missed.
And looking at him now, eating everything I have and playing, I'm really glad.
Since he had that transplant, we've never spent one night in the hospital. All we go is for checkup and make sure that everything is fine.
Thank you to everyone because my son is cured.
I want to thank the doctors, the scientists, and the people who funded to help save my life.
I never heard that somebody was cured out of this disease, but in my case, my son was cured. It was a miracle.